eBay for Beginners Guide. In this video, we're going to be talking about eBay and how you're going to use this incredible store to help yourself increase your business and actually make sales on this. Okay, we're going to be talking about it in great depth and detail, and we're going to talk on what products to sell, what niche to sell, how to create an account, how to get more sales, how to get more revenue, and a whole lot more. It's all going to be covered in this video, so please do make sure to fully watch this video till the end so you can get a full idea on how you're going to make high sales on eBay and make passive income. So to start off with this video, first of all, what we're going to want to do is we're obviously going to come to ebay.com. Now, ebay.com is the main central of this e-commerce store where you're going to get started with all these things. Now, obviously, we know that eBay is one of the biggest marketplaces right next to Amazon, and it's a great place to start selling on and to actually get a good advanced idea on the different closures of shipments and a whole lot more. So to start yourself off with this, what you're going to do is you're going to come to the register section in the top left. So once you come here, you're going to have to create an account. So it could either be a business account or a personal account, okay? Now, a personal account is for a person who just has to buy things on eBay, create a wish list, etc. You know, it's basically a customer account. So you become a customer on eBay, but with business, what you're going to do is basically you can actually become a seller on eBay. So you can sell your very own things as well. So to become a seller on eBay, what we're going to do, we're going to go to the business section and we're going to add a business name for ourselves. So the business name I'm going to add for this is, let's say I'm going to go ahead and write John's Goods. Okay. We're going to go ahead and write that in. Then you're going to enter your business email. All right. And before adding all those things, it does ask us to verify that we are human. So we're simply going to go ahead and do that. Now, once you've done all of that here, we're going to add our business email. So I'm going to choose my business email right now. So right here, I'm going to be adding all the business details. There we go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to enter your password in. So once you enter your password here, it says, where is your business registered? So I'm going to go with the states. And once you do that, you're going to basically go straight into create business account. Now it says, please verify your email address. We've emailed a security code. So as you can see, my security code has reached me 983172. So I'm going to come back here, 983172, and we're going to click on verify. So once we're verified here, it says add your phone number, where it's going to send us a security code. So I'm going to do just that. And once we've done with that, we're going to click on continue again. So once you click on continue on this, what it does is it basically sends you a OTP, or it sends you a code to your text. Okay. So once you get this, my code, I just received it, is 479326. So once you enter this code, it basically verifies your phone number as well. And once that is done, it says, welcome to eBay. You can create a username and you can change it later. So I'm simply going to add a random username for myself right now. And once we do that, we're going to click on continue. Okay. And once you click on continue, it brings us here. It says, what type of business is this? Is it a sole proprietorship, registered business, or nonprofit? Now, sole proprietorship is basically when you're selling under one name, okay? Then there's a registered business, which is under an LLC, partnership, or corporation, or it could be a nonprofit. Now, in my case, it's a sole proprietorship because I don't have an LLC or anything. I'm basically just a sole seller who wants to sell his products. So I'm going to go with this. Once you chose that, you're going to click on continue. And once we click on continue here, it says, let's get you ready to sell. So to start selling, what you can do is you're going to sign up with all your relevant and necessary details. So it brings us here to the new seller sign up. Now in the new seller sign up, we're going to add in our details. So first name, last name. Then we have personal information like our date of birth and, the other whatnots. Then we have the last four digits of our social security number. Okay. So you add that, then you add your address. Once you add your address, what you're going to do from there is you're going to click on continue. So once you click on continue from there, here it brings you to your payout information where you're basically going to be linking a bank account. Okay, this is for you to get paid. So whenever you link a bank account, what happens is the money that you get through the selling of your products is going to come directly to these bank accounts. Now, you can go ahead and link it right now. I'm going to simply skip it for now. And once we do that, here it says this is your profile. So I'm going to basically submit this right here, right now. And obviously, you are going to want to make sure to add in your payout information before submitting. Okay, without adding your payout, you will not be able to submit if you want to. So do make sure to add in your bank's login credentials. Now, your bank doesn't necessarily need to be a bank in America. You can simply go with my bank is not on this list. Let's say my bank is outside of America. Okay, so I'm simply going to go ahead and add the details for my bank. Once we do that, here it asks for the routing number. Okay, so once we add our routing number, here it asks for our account number as well. So I'm going to add my account number in. We're going to make sure to re-enter our account number. And once we do that, you're going to go ahead and make sure to check your account. And once we do all of that, you're going to make sure that your routing number is correct.
Now, once you've added all your necessary details, connect to your banks, etc., what you can do from there is just get into eBay's main management system. Okay, from there on out, you can easily go ahead and start selling. Okay, and when it comes to the seller's point of view, you can just come to ebay.com/sell. Okay, and here you can start uploading your products. Okay, you can start uploading different types of products that you can, drop ship. They could be products of yourself and, different things with different regimens to work in the similar way. Okay. So these are different things to, basically know. And just make sure to fill in all the captures that it asks of you. And once you're done with all of that, you're going to basically get into the main seller page. Now, over here, what you can also do is you can add items in your My eBay list, okay? And adding items to your My eBay list will obviously lead to different products being sold out. Now, basically, first of all, when it comes to selling a product, you're going to choose a niche for yourself, okay? And choosing a niche is one of the most important things, in my opinion, okay? And when it comes to selling on eBay, the niche process should be actually, discovered and highly studied. Because, in my opinion, with the correct niche, I feel like you could actually do some good sales. Okay. So let's say we're here. It says to, start the basics off for selling. You're going to list your item. You're going to get seller protection. And then you're going to choose when you get paid. Okay. So for a good listing, it says write a standout title. We'll recommend search terms that buyers often use, etc. Take high quality photos. Pick a purchase format, set the right price, stand out from the crowd, and ship with ease. And moving on, we have promotions as well, where you can list up to 250 items for free every month, which is pretty incredible. So to start listing an item, you're going to go ahead and click on list an item over here. So you're going to first of all tell them what you're selling. So let's say we're selling shoes. I'm going to go with Nike Jordans, okay? And we're going to go with the Jordan 1 highs. Okay, so Nike Jordan 1 high, that is what we're going to be selling. So it's obviously going to be for men's. And let's go with Nike men's Air Jordan 1 retro high OG. So once you've chosen this for yourself, you're going to go over to the search section. Now here, as you can see, you actually find a lot of matches. So basically, out of these matches, you're going to choose which one you think is best, regarding the colors and all. So let's say I'm going to go with this one. I feel like this one looks pretty cool. And once we do this, we're going to click on continue. Here it says you select the condition. Disclose all the defects to prevent returns. So do you want a new with box, new without box, new with defects, or pre-owned? So you can go with any of these. I'm going to go with new with box. I'd rather get the whole packaging and everything. Now, once you do that, again, it's going to bring you to this capture section where you're simply going to want to add a capture. Okay. So once you go ahead, do that and verify yourself, we're simply going to wait for it to load us into the next section. Now, once you've listed your product or you've chosen your product, you're going to come over to Canva.com. But before getting into Canva.com, we're also going to go over to Google Trends. Now, the reason I'm asking you to go to Google Trends is because Google Trends will allow us to actually see what's in niche, okay? What's famous nowadays? What will actually make our store scour better in the high circles of search, okay? So, when you're on Google Trends, you can easily go over to Explore. And once you go to Explore, you can search different terms, okay? So let's say I'm going to go over to the worldwide search and let's search up Nike, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click on Nike. Now, once you do that, it actually shows you which things in Nike are actually good in searches. So we have Nike Dunks, Nike men's P6000 sneakers, Dunk Low, and a whole lot more. So we can see that Dunks are pretty highly searched. So you can actually go ahead and click on the analytics of Dunks, and we can see how many people have searched this. So this has had 100 interest over time, and people in United States, United Kingdom have been searching it hugely. Okay, there's been huge numbers of searches on Nike Dunks. Okay, so what you can do is you can obviously find Nike Dunks in your stores over here. Okay, you can find it in eBay and make sure to find dunks that obviously are, relatively good looking. So we have a lot of dunks over here. You can go with any single out one of these. You can choose any one of these that you think have good color, have good design, etc. And you can see a few of these might be used, few of these might be open boxed, or something else. So just go with the correct dunk design you want to go with. So let's say I'm gonna go with these ones. Okay, so they have the code over here as well. It's DD1 391400. Okay, so I'm gonna come here. All right, Nike Dunk Valerian Blue. Okay, now once we do that, as you can see, we get the images for these dunks. So we just used Google Trends to find the niche we want. So it's the Google Dunks. Okay, now once you do this, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna save this image. And the reason I'm making you save this image is gonna come up. So we're going to save this image, and now we're going to come over to Canva. Now, the reason I'm in Canva right now is because Canva is going to allow us to actually make a good design for our store. Okay, we're going to make a good design for putting up onto our store. And obviously, when we're creating a listing, this is the image creator we're going to use because Canva will allow us to create, good and high quality images. So, what we're going to be doing, obviously this image will be copyrighted if we upload it. So I'm going to go over ahead to remove.bg. Now, once you're in remove.bg, you're going to upload the photo. Okay. And you're going to upload the photo by simply bringing it here. Now, once it's here, you're simply going to wait for the background to be removed. There we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to download it. So once you go ahead and download it for yourself, here we have it. You're going to come back to Canva. Now, in Canva, as you can see, most of these designs are 1080 by 1080. So the image resolutions that we're going to want are 1080 by 1080. So I'm going to come here. We're going to come to create a design. We're going to go to custom ratio, and I'm going to go with 1080 by 1080. There we go. And we're going to click on create new design. Now, once you click on create new design, as you can see, an untitled design like this loads up. And once the design loads up, you're going to basically add it into your uploads. Okay. And simply add it straight away. Hold it and add it right here. Now, once this is in, what you can do is you can actually start working with these. So we're first of all going to choose our background. All right. So the background color that I would personally like to go with, let's go with that. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to make it slightly darker. Okay. And once we've made it darker, we're going to obviously add some flair to it. We're going to add some, editing to it. So I'm going to click on this picture and I'm going to click on edit image. Okay. You obviously need to make sure that the image looks sharp enough for the audience to, get an idea of it. I'm going to go over to adjust. You're going to choose the actual temperature. Then we have tints. Obviously, I'm not going to mess with the tints because the tint does tend to change the color. Then we have brightness. You can increase this or you can decrease this according to, your choice. Once you have done that, what you can do is we have our contrast. I'm going to mess around with that. And we have highlights. So I'm going to increase the highlights. Then we have shadows as well that I'm going to be increasing. We have whites. Let's keep it that white. And we have blacks. So I'm going to keep it that much. Now that looks much better in my opinion. And we have vibrance. I'm going to keep it. And there we go. So that seems good. Now, once you have changed, your colors, you can also change your sharpness according to yourself if you want. You have clarity, which is also a good feature to have. And we have vignette as well. So once you've added the necessary outlooks, what you can do from here is you can obviously give it some shadow. So you can write shadow PNG. Okay. And as we can see, we have a lot of different shadow PNGs. So let's say I'm going to go with this one. Okay. And once you go with this one, I'm going to simply download it from PNG Tree itself. I'm going to go with this round gradient that seems relatively good. So you're simply going to download it from websites like these. Now, these websites basically give it to you for free, which is pretty incredible. So just make sure to create an account for them, and they should generally give it to you for free. But if you don't want to create an account, just do what I did previously. Take a screenshot of the image, and once you do that, go to remove.bg. And once we come over to remove.bg, simply upload the image. And once you upload the image, it is going to be removing the background off of the whole image. So let's just wait for it to upload. And once this is done, I'm simply going to choose the edges and the corners of the image. Okay. And once you do that, as you can see, we have erased most of the things. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and download it. And obviously you can go ahead and make sure if it has properly edited. So again, with the magic brush, make sure to choose the proper background. Okay. So once you do that, as you can see, you can also keep your foreground, etc. Or you can even just download the PNG file directly from here if you want to. PNG Tree itself gives you the PNG file. So once we have this over here, you can make sure to check it. And yeah, that seems fine. So once that is done, go ahead and add it to your Canva. Now, once our shadow PNG is here, I'm going to basically bring it on like so, right in the middle. Okay. And look at how cool that looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this. So that looks pretty nice. It looks pretty cool. You can go ahead and position this as so. So it looks pretty cool with the design, shadowed up and all. Now what you can do is you can start adding elements in this. So the elements that you add could be, various types of different elements. Now moving from here, what you can do is add a few elements to make it, pop off. So let's say you can add some shine elements to it. Let's say I'm gonna add this right about here. Okay, you can add it over here, or you can add it over here. You can make it shine from here. Whatever you want, it's all doable. Now, obviously, the shine element, as you can see, isn't looking the greatest. So you can, keep down its opacity just like that. Then moving on, you can add some minimalistic elements in this as well. So let's say we're gonna add this right about here. Okay, and you can make it look cool by just positioning it to the back and taking its opacity pretty down. Now, once that is done, you can go ahead and add some cool little designs on the side as well. So we have this, we can add something like this into our design. You can add some different variants right about here. And, adding these little things into your design basically make your design stand out pretty well. Okay, they make your design look pretty cool and give you a good general fun idea. So once this is done, you're basically going to add your text. Okay, so the text I'm going to be choosing, obviously you're going to go with something funky because the funkier the text, the cooler your ad's going to look. So I'm going to go ahead and choose let's go ahead with, let's go with this text. Okay, that looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and write Nike over here, Nike, and we're gonna write Dunks, and we're also gonna write the color. So limited edition Valerian blue. Okay, so you're gonna write that in. And once you write that in, what you're gonna do is you're gonna decrease the size of the font. Now, once this is done, we're going to increase its size. There we go. Centralize it as well. Now we have Nike Dunks, and everything looks pretty decent. You can send it to the back and increase its size. So we have this right about here. And once this is selected, we're going to select the whole design. You can increase its size altogether. Here we have Nike Dunks, limited edition Valerian blue. Decrease its size slightly. There we go. And that looks pretty cool. Just centralize it. And here we have our advertisement. Okay, Nike Dunks limited edition Valerian blue. And it looks pretty cool. I'm going to move it slightly down. Okay. And once we have it over here, there you go. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty funky. And it matches the color scheme and the design scheme as well. And as you can see, we changed one image into something totally different. Like this was our image. And we changed it to this. You know, changed it to totally something else. So once we have this over here, you're going to go over to download. And once you go over to download, you can go ahead and download it as a PNG format or any other format you think works well. So we're going to choose it, download it. You can go ahead and cross-check it again by opening it. Look at that. It looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do from here is you're simply going to go over to your eBay and you're going to go back to listing. Okay, you can go over to sell and list it on the seller's location. And once you list it there, go ahead and add the recurring details. And that is how you can sell on eBay and actually make good income off of it. Now that is your eBay's beginner guide. So if you enjoyed that video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know down in the comments below and I'll be making a whole lot more for you. Till then, that is all from me, and I'll be seeing all of you wonderful people in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.